There's a hypothetical that I think about from time to time, and that is if you were offered $1 million per BBC that you slept with at the same time, how many BBCs would you sleep with? Now, first, obviously, this hypothetical is going to be different if you're like a woman or a gay dude or something of the sort. So feel free to try to frame this in sort of a way that works best for you. Now, personally, I still don't have a good answer on how many that I do because there's many different ways to think about it. As a straight dude, being tag team and dicked down by a bunch of big black men at the same time would really suck. So I would originally would be like, nah, for $1 million, I don't want to do it. But then I thought about it more. A lot of people have a problem with the notion of short term pain equals long term gain. You see it nowadays, even with people that refuse to go to the gym or refuse to go to school or do small things that take time and suck in the moment to make yourself better. When I first was thinking about this, my immediate answer was kind of somewhere around 10 because $10 million, that's not only life changing, but that is more money than I'd probably be able to spend. I would be able to live a nice, comfortable life. But the more I thought about it, I realized like it doesn't get as bad the more people you add when you're at a higher number. Let me explain. Say you chose one BBC to get dicked down by. That shit sucks, but that's $1 million. But if you were to do two BBCs for $2 million, the difference between getting fucked by one big black man and two big black men are way different. But say you get up to a higher number. Say you get up to something like 50. You're going for 50 million. Are you really going to notice a difference between being fucked by 50 black dudes at once and 51? Would you notice a difference between 51 and 52? Because at that point, you're like, I'm already here for the money, you know? What's the difference going to be if I add one more if I already have 60, 70 black dudes fucking me? And that's why, for me personally, I can't fully decide on a correct number. You could theoretically add one on forever or feel like you could, but the difference between getting fucked by 50 black dudes and 100 black dudes is definitely noticeable. So I'm still trying to think to myself, where's that sweet middle spot where I'm going through basically all the torment in the world to getting paid out correctly for it? How much short term pain am I willing to go through for long term gains? But there's also an issue that my greed is going to cause detrimental harm to both my physical and mental health. There theoretically is an amount of BBCs that I could take before I get fucked to death. What if I choose too many and my heart gives out or my body gives out and I die? Or that the acts that I've done are so mentally draining and messed up that it impacts my mental health in a negative way. I've also tried to frame this hypothetical into real world applicable situations that are focused on myself. I currently go to the gym. I'm currently going to be going back to school this upcoming fall, and I spend a lot of time working on my content. These are all ways I'm trying to improve myself as a person, but it's often easy to see the extremes on social media. For example, you often see people use steroids or PEDs to help improve the way that they look, even though it may be detrimental to their long term health. I have seen people drop out or change majors or just change the way that they go to school because it was so detrimental to their mental health. Then I also see these content creators that put their all into their content and are way more popular than I. But oftentimes you see them need to take breaks or step away for a little bit because it all just becomes too much. Sometimes improving yourself is tough. You either don't have the time or don't have the energy or don't have the mental clarity to do it that day. Each person individually has the correct amount of BBCs that they'd sleep with at one time. We all can't be the Bonnie Blues of the internet and sleep with 1,000 dudes at a time. But if you're able to take some pain to improve yourself, it's going to be worth it in the long term. The rate that you improve yourself or work on yourself is completely up to you. But I hope that you're able to do it at a pace that is not detrimental to yourself either physically or mentally. It's easy to get on social media and see people that you think are way ahead of you in different aspects of your life. But I hope that you comparing yourself to other people does not take away the accomplishments of you improving yourself. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good one. There's times where I wish I could take more BBC. God. Oh, God. Fuck. Ah. What the fuck am I saying, bro?
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe I'm recording this. How the fuck have I turned a hypothetical about fucking BBCs as a straight dude into like motivation in my personal life?